here we have the refrigerator. It's got this little hook on it so that it won't open during travel, and it will if you don't put the hook on. And inside the freezer, it's actually huge. We can fit so much in there. Definitely more than we can eat in a week as a family of 4. So that's nice. That this part gets real cold real quick. In fact, it feels pretty cold now. So there's that. And then inside the fridge, pretty spacious. The funny old egg tray. I need to clean this out a little bit, but overall it's in good condition. The way it works, it is an older refrigerator, so we put the stuff that we want to keep cooler towards the top, and stuff that, like vegetables and whatnot, down below. They don't need to be quite as cool. So there's the refrigerator. I am looking towards the back of the trailer. It looks a little dark. I'm going to turn on this light. This is one of the lights that we replaced, and we have a couple extra to replace. Whoa, the ones that haven't been put in yet. So makes it a little bit brighter. And this is a couch that folds out into a bed, but I'm going to take a step back here and show you this little mid-section here as we go from the kitchen into the what would be bedroom slash sofa area. There's this giant closet. I'm not sure if you can really see. There's not a lot of light in here, but it is huge. It is. I could get in here no problem and stand up. Huge hanging closet. We have a rack. Oh, the video is going to not be great. There's this nice mirror on the outside. It does have the 70s gold veining, but you know, it works. It kind of goes with the trailer. I think it's pretty cute. So if I turn to the opposite of that hanging locker, sitting above the couch is this cabinet, which contains a flat screen television. It's pretty handy. If you're sitting in the bed behind me, which is also the dining room table, you can kind of make it into a couch. We've done that. It's a really long couch, but it's really comfortable. Has a DVD player. This flips both ways. So if you're in the bedroom, you can watch TV in there. If you're in the kitchen, dining room, slash second bed, you can watch TV from in there. There's also extra storage above the TV. And pretty cool. So coming back, we have the bed slash sofa, which is actually out a little bit right now. What's nice about this is it kind of comes out as far as you want it to. You can pretty much have it take up the whole space. It makes it difficult to walk to the bathroom, but if you wanted to, you could have it come out. We kind of like to leave it at this level. It's a little cozy, but provides a nice pad against the back and still allows plenty of space for walking. What we do is we put our young kids in this one, and we sleep in the forward one, and that way everybody's happy, and this nighttime bathroom breaks aren't an issue. Again, we have the window with the opening thing. So, and new draperies. It's a little bright. I should close those for the sake of the video. But above the bed, we have these storage. This is a full-size quilt that fits in here. It's pretty big. Some towels. And up above, lots of empty space. And it goes through to, you can't really see, but it goes through to the other one, which has some of our games. More towels, and I think those are, not sure what that is, but anyway, lots of stuff. Lots of room for storage. Incredible storage in this thing. This right here is a knob that you can turn to raise or lower the television antenna. We do not watch television when we're camping. When we do, we watch a video only when it's raining. We really want our kids to be outside enjoying nature, not inside, so that's I guess an option that we haven't yet explored. Not sure what kind of reception it gets. Here we have the thermostat. And above me, on the other side, is an air conditioning unit. The air conditioning unit works fine when it's plugged in. It does not work off the battery. You would need a ton more battery power than any trailer normally comes with. I think that hasn't changed much since the beginning of trailers, travel trailers. In order to run the AC, you pretty much need an external power source or the generator going. This trailer does not come with a generator. So anyway, I'm going to put the sofa back, which is easy peasy. I just lift that and push it with my knees, and it's back into a sofa. Lots more room. Sitting down on the sofa, kind of right in the middle. Oh, there's my foot. We have this nice area, which is great for stacking stuff. We have a magazine holder. And we have our Yosemite guide sitting. Odds and ends find their way in there. A little under light. There, just turn on. I don't know if yeah, it does help a little to turn that on. And we have what amounts to basically a dresser. So we've got plenty of drawer space. The drawers are the same, again, where if you just pull straight on it, it doesn't really open. It feels like it's kind of stuck. But you lift up a little bit, slides right out. Pretty good craftsmanship, honestly. And big drawers. When we camp, usually each of the kids gets one of the small drawers. I get the big one, of course. And my husband usually takes the overhead storage area, puts his clothes in there. Oftentimes we'll stick our dirty clothes in this cabinet. Right now it looks like we have some water toys in there. And to the right of this dresser, so we already showed you this hanging closet with the mirror on it. Now I'm going to show you this other hanging closet. This one is actually, it's the same size as the other. All the way, this spans the floor to the ceiling, and we just turn the knob, and this one is actually full of bedding. So we've got quilts, sleeping bags, a lantern. There's so much bedding in here, it's really misleading. It holds a ton. I think there's 4 sleeping bags, all of our quilts, everything that we need, just in case the weather gets a little bit cold. And you could hang clothes in it. There's another shelf up above, so that's definitely nice. And then, last but certainly not least, I love the spaciousness of this bathroom. So one thing that we have for privacy, which I've never been a fan of, but it works, is a curtain. We have a blackout curtain for privacy in the bathroom. And, you know, I have priced the little doors on Amazon. You can get them for $20. We thought about doing that, but you know what? It works, so we haven't bothered just yet. To the right of as you enter the bathroom is another full hanging closet. It goes all the way from the ceiling to the floor, and it is just as spacious and roomy as the others, except this one. We have our bed padding, which is memory foam. Makes it really nice on a long cruise. We've got our toolbox down there, and then underneath here is the water heater, and underneath the sofa bed is actually the tank. There's some tanks. I think it's the freshwater tank under there, and then that, if you look that way, I don't know if you can see it, but the toilet sits kind of on top of that, and that would be the black water tank, and it's vented to the top, as you can see. There's a pipe there. And closing that. Toilet. I don't know what the history of this toilet is. It works just fine for us. Put a little water in it. Then you can do your business. And flush, and there it goes. Kind of swirls around, gets clean. Pretty easy to take care of. There's chemicals and stuff that we sometimes put in it, but usually it doesn't require it. We empty it just about every chance we get. So we've got towel racks. They hold 2 towels in a pinch. They're a little on the small side. This one's got one kind of very hoggy towel taking up its whole thing, but we can definitely fit our towels that are necessary here. And we have a gigantic counter, which I love. So we have a window back here in the bathroom. Giant cabinets, very large. They span the whole length of this area, minus the shower. Great for keeping all your toiletries and so much more. Huge countertops. We've got an outlet to plug in chargers. You can even put in a little adapter to make it charge things that plug into a regular wall when you're not plugged in. If you are plugged in, this works just fine. And we have our nice green sink. It matches the stove. And nice running water. A holder for the toothbrushes. And soap, I guess, if you were going to use that kind of soap. And here is the shower. I just love the shower. So gigantic. It's actually a bathtub shower. And there's a light up here. Special waterproof light. Oh, there we go. And it is a very large shower bathtub. So you could, I suppose, take a bath in here. Of course, if you're not hooked up to city water and sewer, you don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time wasting water. But if you have the option, this is definitely great. We've got a place to, I'm sort of blocking the light, but there's a place to hang your washcloth. Definitely have like the cold water to make a bath. Very cute. You just don't find something quite like this in most trailers. So it has the rack to hold stuff. And there we go. Let's turn that light out. And I'm just going to do, from the back of the trailer, standing next to the bathroom, this is looking forward. Lots of hanging lockers, lots of space, and into the bathroom.